Hey, little lady. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? You okay? You okay? You okay, little lady? Yeah, you're a good girl. You're a good girl. Yes, you are. You're a good girl. You're a good girl, little lady. You're a good girl. Mhm. All right. All right, what's up, y'all? Nuggets at noon. All right, what's up, y'all? Nuggets at noon. The 11th. The 11th of June 2025. People, so check this out. All right, so check this out. So check this out. I have told you guys I have told you guys uh, I have told you guys that women are great storyteller sellers, number one. I have told you guys that women always try to recruit help. They always want to try to tell everybody that's involved in your interactions, they want to try to tell everybody you're such a bad person because they maneuver better when everybody hates you. Well, to our surprise, we had one of our clients get some documents sent to him that we was going to respond to, but in great fashion of how I maneuver, I had him go down to the courthouse to see if documents was filed. But I'm going to tell you what he was sent. This woman sent information to him basically saying, oh, he's being helped by the League of Dads. This is why he come to court and clown us. This is why he don't want to have nothing to do with it. He's making a mockery of the system. He's leaving his daughter. This is what a woman filed, or a motion that was sent to my client. And I am at all. I am so happy. And I'm going to tell you why I'm happy. Because this was a child support hearing. But instead of submitting evidence that this guy has a job, what she did was she submitted evidence that he's getting helped by that organization right there. So what his ex-wife wants is for the judge to say, stop going to the League of Dads. Let us prep and prime that bunhole. Oh, it's going to be a good one today, y'all. Oh, it's going to be a good one today. I promise you. It's going to be a good one today. A good one today. It's because I know I've been talking for 5 minutes now, but where do I start? Where do I start? Excuse me. All right. So what brings us here today for our Nuggets at Noon on this 11th of June, 2025 is, you ever stop to wonder how and where do these women come from? You ever stop and wonder how and where do these women get their perspectives and narratives on how they're going to fight you in court? Who created the women that you fight in court today? Who created them? Wasn't me. Wasn't you. You know what it is? The courts. The courts created the woman that you fight in court today. The courts created them. The courts got all these women thinking that I can just file a restraining order on you and I will get you. I'm here to tell you, I have fought for many of people that had restraining orders. But the one thing that is the common denominator every time is a woman thinks that, in fact, her lies are now the law. And you can blame the courts for that. You can blame the courts. The courts got these women thinking that whatever they think of will help you execute it. So a woman files a complaint against the League of Dads. Oh, hold on. Let me back this up. A woman drafts up a document to file in court because the League of Dads is helping her now ex-husband, and she don't want the husband to get help from us because she had an attorney that wanted him to do something with the car in the divorce that he did not. She wanted alimony in the divorce because of us. He did not. He was supposed to pay child support, got a divorce last year, haven't paid a dime yet. And also, she wanted him to pay her attorney's fees. She's 0 for 4. But now she travels through social media, find out that he's our client, and now she runs to court and say, hey, tell the League of Dads to stop helping this guy. I need some victories. Well, the next masterpiece that's coming from this thing on my shoulders, the next masterpiece that's coming up is, you thought that your lies were going to be victorious. You thought that there was nobody to stop you for your lies. See, we already know that the courts are your ally. But it's the reason why when you went to court and you tried to submit some information about income, is why he haven't paid no child support yet and haven't been locked up. And he got a divorce last year. Let's be clear. It's June 11th. The reason why when he was in his divorce hearing and she said, I got some information about him working. The judge said, hold on. Can I look at that? He said, no, and you better not, you fat sausage eater. And then he kindly said, Miss Oop, I cannot look at that. I can't, because he done filed so many federal charges on me. And y'all claim that this is not possible. Yeah. Y'all claim that this is not possible. Okay. You guys will make the claim that a judge can do whatever they want. I'm here to tell you they can't. I'm not talking about defense attorneys. I'm not talking about prosecutors. I'm not talking about traffic judges. You ain't never heard me say nothing about a traffic. I want to be clear about what I'm saying here today. I respect defense attorneys. Defense attorneys. Yeah, I respect defense attorneys. I respect prosecutors. I respect judges in prosecution cases and in defense. I respect judges in traffic. I don't respect not one judge in family court. Not one. I don't respect not one attorney practicing family law. Not one. This is not an all-out FU to the judicial system in which we are at and where we're at today. My whole premise is I got my handed to me by the idiot and the hypocrisy of family court. And who was on the dishing end of it? Atia LaShawn Bradley, and it went through the system, spun around, and came and was executed on me. It doesn't happen once you educate yourself. And we are now officially, it's official. We have now helped another client understand when we say, let's start having some fun. When you pay us and we say, let's start having some fun, we mean that, because we now have on record that a motion was drafted up. He's coming to court and clowning. He's a clown. He don't respect the court system. Why should he? Why? Why? Why would you? Why would you? Why? I didn't. I never went to listen. If I don't have to throw myself at the mercy of the court, if I didn't plow my car into a school bus while stone cold drunk, you're not getting no act nice with me. I'm a veteran. This is why I stand the way I do. This is why I look the way I look at 56 years old. I'm not falling off. You're not going to look at me and say, yeah, I think I can take them. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. You see those shoulders? You see that I'm staying ready. But because I respect the system, I'm a law-abiding citizen, I'm not going to put myself in a situation to have to do that. But too many times, you guys go up against women that tell nothing but lies. So the motion is we're going to file with the courts is y'all created this monster. And all of her victories thus far was achieved by lies. The lies stop. And any judge, hearing officer, or anybody that says, we're going to let a woman come to court and lie, your ass belongs to the tip of my boot. You better hope that mug don't become my client. You better hope. Listen. One of the things that this creature said, oh, Mr. Smith is practicing law without a license. Oh, am I now? Okay. Let me show y'all something. This is what I would like to think that I'm doing. This is what I would like to think that I'm doing. See this right here? See right here? This is what I would like to think that I'm doing instead of practicing law without a license. As I told one judge, Judge James Triano, when he said what was the extent of my law knowledge, remember my answer to him was, I'm not going to answer that, but you're going to have to forgive me for understanding the laws in which I am governed by. You guys seem to have a problem with anybody that understands law higher than stop on red and go on green. Yeah. He said, oh, you're one of those. Yes. But this is what I would like to think that I'm doing. You see this right here? I would like to think that I am. That's what I'm doing right there. Shining a light on the nonsense. That's what I'm doing right there. You can call it what you want, sis. That's what I'm doing right there. I'm shining a light. I'm showing y'all this darkness that y'all see. No, it's not. No. Go to court, grab your balls. Check with anybody. Hey, listen, I keep telling y'all don't want to listen to me. Marshalls Creek Fire Department, the gentleman's name is Kenneth Brooks. Call Kenneth Brooks. He's the bounty hunter for Monroe County. Call him, Kenneth Brooks. Ask him how many times Christopher Smith came into court and was grabbing his balls. Cocky and arrogant, not paying child support, but I walked. Ain't giving you shit, but one you better not fuck with. That's right. Praise to the gods. They was happy when it was over with. They said, who was that? Preacher, Reverend Dope Dollars is here with y'all today. And I told y'all, I've been doing this for a long time. I educated myself. And making sure you fathers don't go to court and get your bun hole done up. I don't want you being told to turn around. You turn around, they splash your bun hole with some gravy, and they begin to proceed to start poking your bun hole. No, it ain't gonna happen. Reverend Dope Dollars in a league of that. We're gonna save your bun hole here today. Let me drink something to that. Ooh, that tastes very saucy. Yeah, so appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. So we had an individual draft up some paperwork under the context of the League of Dads is helping him. I'm not sure. The League of Dads has been drafting up his paperwork. I don't know. I'm not sure how long he's been helping him. But the League of Dads is drafting up his paperwork. And so Christopher Smith is practicing law without a license. And by the way, this is what a woman has drafted up to file in court for a child support case. Let me help y'all understand when it comes to these women. As I stated earlier, they want everybody on their side. They don't know how to fight straight up. More so than that, this creature also said he's making a mockery of the courts. He's doing all this. He's using the courts as his playground. Well, that's our motto. So she's dead on with that. Nothing to say about that. But here's a woman that got a restraining order For 2 days, she had a restraining order. As you guys seen on the live we did last night, he called in. The 2 days that she had the restraining order on him, she yum-yummed his bun hole. She straight just hit his bun hole off with a sloppy toppy. She straight sucked on his cinnamon ring. and did all that. And then after 2 days, she tells him to get out. My man Alvin is coming. Get out, my man Alvin is coming, who then she turns around later on and marries this guy. And then thinks that we supposed to sit back and say, oh, we're going to let you get that. We'll figure out how to fight. This is what they do. Women, if you guys strip bad from women, you guys will never lose. But the courts is why we're here today on Nuggets at Noon. Appreciate those thumbs up. The reason why these women act the way they do is because they are supported by family court. The family court system created these monsters. The family court system created these creatures that think all they got to do is come to court and lie on you, and you'll be in there. I didn't say that. Please, I didn't do that. That's what they want. Here's a woman that told our client, she's only 2 years old now, but give her some time, she'll forget all about you, right? Then she says, oh, he poured bleach on our child. I don't want him anywhere near us. But then she drafted up some paperwork to file in court. He don't come see his daughter. This is the loopy nonsense that you got to deal with when you deal with these creatures. But once again, the reason why they're like this, of course, the courts created them. The courts created them. You can say what you want. The courts created these women. That's where we at today. That's what y'all fighting. Y'all fighting. Listen, the courts have given women a platform to think of whatever it is you want to say, come up with any narrative that you want, and y'all sit down there and fight it. Just look at restraining orders. Y'all sit there and y'all allow women to file restraining orders. And the first way you answer, the first thing you say when it's time to answer a restraining order is, I didn't do that. As opposed to what I did. He have a silver 9mm handgun. He gave me a black eye. He lives in New Jersey. And I didn't respond with, I didn't do none of this. I responded with, show me where I own a silver 9mm handgun. Skip anything. I never owned one, but show me where I owned one. She said I gave her a black eye. Don't remember doing that. But I went to court, as I told y'all, I wore a blazer and a tank top and took my thing off, and I showed the judge my shoulders. And I said, I want to be clear. If I gave that woman a black eye, look at my physique. At 4'11", I'm 6'1", she going to the hospital. So I need to see my arrest report. Show me my arrest report since I gave her a black eye. Because to dial 911 takes a second, 3 seconds at the most. To come down here, stand in line, file a restraining order, all this nonsense, come down here today, it takes more time. Show me my arrest report, because a lot missing from this. And then the state that I live in is PA. The state abbreviation for this address is NJ. So you need to show me information about this. Oh, but you did have you do own a gun, don't you? Knock it off, Judge. I'm not answering that. This is where you get schooled by one that ain't going through the nonsense. This is what happens when y'all deal with these women. The reason why they are the way they are today, because the courts created them. And if you did not do anything that woman said, you should not go to court with, I didn't do that. Because I want to be clear about something. Think about this. Think about this. If somebody say I gave them a black eye and then somebody came up to me and I didn't, and then somebody come up to me and say, explain how you gave them a black eye. You think I'm going to say, what are you talking about? No, I'm not going to say, what are you talking about? You know why I'm not going to say, what are you talking about? Because that never happened. I'm just going to say I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't want to contradict myself by saying, what are you talking about? Then turn around saying, I have no idea what you're talking about. But I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, she said you gave her a black eye. I heard you the first time. I have no idea what you're talking about. Because once you start saying, well, I wasn't nowhere near her, you're now talking about something that never happened. You're giving some emphasis on something that never happened. But if I say, I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, she said such and such and such. Okay. The second you start fumbling for words to explain, you're literally talking about something that never happened. And that's the psychological. This is where my brain is so far ahead of this is why I call women creatures. Because in their world, they saying, oh, this is all what Atia LaShawn Bradley did to me. In her mind, oh, this is going to get him. Yeah, this is going to work. This is going to work. And went to court, and all you heard was, nothing worked on me. Why? Because I sat there and was like, no. You want an example of what I'm talking about? Check this out. I'm going to give y'all an example of what I'm talking about. I'm going to give y'all a distinct example of what I was talking about. I was on the window. I used to work at the post office. I was on the window one day. And I was doing stand-up comedy at the time. So I was practicing my lines with the people come up. I would make them joke. So one day the line was going out the window. And my supervisor, Antonio Rodriguez, said, Chris, man, we need you on the window. Could you just get it down to about 5 people? I go out there. It's about 30 people in line. I'm boom, boom, getting them out. All of a sudden, I get this one guy. Look, man, enough with the jokes, man. Just give me what I want. Cool, blah, 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 blah. He's still going back and forth. I'm just looking at him like, would you like a receipt? I'm still in my comedy. He gets mad. He goes to the postmaster and say, I called him an a-hole. 5 minutes later, the assistant postmaster comes and say, Chris, need you off the window for a second. Postmaster needs to talk to you. I goes in there. Postmaster's standing there. Steve is standing behind him. Antonio Rodriguez is sitting in a chair. I sit down. Steve, the assistant postmaster say, Chris, a guy came in here and said, you called him an asshole. I don't know what you're talking about. Then Antonio Rodriguez sitting next to me. You had an altercation with a guy and he said, yeah, he said you called him an asshole. No, I don't know what you're talking about. Then the postmaster, the top dog, said, Chris, you and the guy had an altercation. Tell us what happened. Then I said what I said. And he said, oh. Then Steve said, well, we didn't believe him anyway, Chris. You can go ahead back to the window. I turned around, and before I left the door, I said, oh, yeah, one more thing. White people, y'all say motherfucker. Y'all call people a-holes. I'm a black guy. If I'm going to call you something, I'm going to say motherfucker. And they was just like, okay. And I turned around and left. But that's the truth. You guys listen to stories about things you did that has absolutely nothing to do with your character because it's being told by a woman. And she's telling a story, Y'all listen to stories being told, lies that's being told about you from a woman's perspective. So everything is going to be the way a woman would do it. This is why when you listen to it, I don't understand how none of y'all defend things the way y'all do. I don't. If the restraining order is a lie, you shouldn't let it fly. You shouldn't let it fly. So let me see what we got here. The court clerks were so nice to me today. The courts are notifying the public that they. All right, so this just in, we went down there and the information that was given wasn't filed. So what happened was his ex DNX creature drafted up a motion but never filed it with the courts. Personally, me, I believe she did try and file it with the courts. And the reason why I believe she did try to file it with the courts is because when you draft up a motion has to have a caption, a thing, and then a reason. You're not supposed to just write a letter to the courts, number one. Number two, I'm gonna tell you guys, like I always tell you, I don't trust none of y'all to go to court, and I don't trust none of y'all. I don't trust none of y'all to go to court and talk. I don't trust none of y'all to go to court and talk. I think that you can answer a question about something that will hurt you under the context of you think you're talking where it's going to help you. One thing about a lot of men is we are so cocky and arrogant, we want to talk. You've seen this in the movie A Few Good Men, when Sergeant Marketing, Colonel Marketing, when he sat down in that chair, and Tom Cruise said, I think he wants to tell us, I stand next to 300 trained killers ready to shoot me. And so when they put him on the stand, he said, Tom Cruise was warming him up. Mr. Colonel Marketing, I noticed that you're wearing your dress green. Did you come here like that? Oh, what the heck is all these questions? I didn't get the question of my client. I would like some leniency. Okay. Real. He says. Then he's hit him with. Private Santiago was getting on a plane to leave at 5 a.m. Yet at 1 o'clock in the morning, all his clothes was neatly packed. Can you explain that? I'll get back to that. What happens is, when you questioning somebody, you gotta walk them, and you gotta dog walk them. And this is the reverse what women do. They want to dog walk you into the situation by lying on you. Then they want to really solidify it by calling the cops. Then they just hit you calling the cops. Get a restraining order. Come to courts, and then they testify in that restraining order. I'm so scared of him. He makes me paranoid. This creature. The motion that she sent to our client, she had the audacity to say that this case is causing me to go to therapy. But she was a smart creature. She didn't say, he's making me. You know why she couldn't say, he's making me? Because she brought this on, not him. See, a woman will like to run to the system that they think is where they think they're gonna win. And then when it don't go well, let me tell you something. We got buzzsaw antics over here. You running into a buzzsaw when you with us. You run into a buzzsaw when you with one of my clients. And that's just how it goes. So she thought it was going to be the same perspective and narrative that everybody else got. That's what she thought. She thought I was just going to didn't know he was going to call a League of Dads. Didn't know he was going to get down with us. So now she's complaining in a motion that she drafted up that this very process is stressing her out. You're the plaintiff. So that means you brought this on. Did you think it was going to be a walk in the park? Or did you not have any idea, any inclination that we existed? Because I would tell a lot of individuals, you need to ask your woman, could you use her as a reference? It's not happening. Listen, it's not happening. I'm gonna say this. I want to say this. I want to be clear about something. A lot of you guys walk around scared of a divorce. A lot of you guys walk around here tippy-toe around women. I'm gonna be the first to tell you. Every woman better stand in place when they're talking to me. Better stay in your place. You're emotional, beat it. Like I tell individuals, if you think you are what you are, let's be clear. The canine unit of a police department, not one of their dogs are female dogs. You know why the canine unit don't have female dogs? Because they're erratic. They don't listen. so they don't have them. All their dogs are males. Sounds familiar? Erratic and don't listen. You ever see that guard dog company? Hey, you want your construction site guarded? Call us. We'll bring some dogs to guard your site. Would you believe that all those dogs in a guard dog company are females? You know why? Because now is a great time to be erratic when you're guarding something. But you can't be erratic because dogs, when they amp up, you don't know if they're going to amp back down. Boys amp back down. They know how to follow commands. Female dogs, they don't do that. So this is why I'm here today to tell you. Now, with that example that I just gave, don't look at this little clip and just read the heading. Look at the whole video clip. This is why I'm not going to sit down there and let a woman try to dog walk me into a narrative. I'm not going to let a woman try to change the subject. I'm not going to post a video and then allow a woman to come, oh, well, what about blah, 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 whatever. Get out of here with that. You are beneath me. You are. I had a woman on my personal Facebook say some nonsense. I said, listen, I'm going to tell you like this. You might want to get a phone to your husband because the next time I say something to you, I'm going to tell him to come forward because you're writing some checks that he going to have to cash. That's how I get down. Like I said, I still go to the gym. I'm still nice with it. Still. And if that don't work, it don't matter however you want to go. It's never too far from me. Never. This is my life. But I'm not going to sit down there like a lot of you guys do and let a woman beat me. A woman ain't beating me. Atia didn't do it. My ex-wife didn't do it. Nobody's going to beat me. And definitely not. If you can't kick my ass in the street, you ain't beating me in a court system. Because I'm gonna help my client now understands like I helped Tia LaShawn Bradley understand. Listen, you ain't nothing but an appetizer. Bring me that judge that's believing your nonsense. Bring me that hearing officer that thinks you're gonna file this nonsense and think that we're gonna have a case. We're gonna build a case on your nonsense. Bring me them. You can stay here and watch the spectacle. They ain't gonna look good. Because when I have to get down with the get down, landslide. That's it. Landslide. I don't know no other way. Landslide. Period. Y'all sit up here and then the woman did this, and then she did that, and then I went over to her house thinking that she was going, but then she pushed me, and then I got another restraining order. I can't tell you. And I'm going to end it with this. The reason why a lot of you guys is in the nonsense that you get into concerning these creatures is because you tippy-toeing. You want to do your best around them. You want to do your best. You want to help them understand. Oh, I'm going to be good. Don't take me down to court. I told Miss Bradley, go suck a brick. See you down in court. I told the judge when I get there, don't act like a gangster with a robe on. I'm tired, son. I'm sorry. And like I said, I respect defense court. I respect traffic court. I don't respect nothing about family court. You know why? Because there are no laws that exist in family court. This is why y'all go down there and lose. Y'all go down there and lose off of, well, she said you smoke weed. And then you lose custody because she said you smoke weed. Or I'm going to order a drug test. And you sit up there and y'all take it. File a motion, don't say nothing. I don't know how many times I got to say that. But sitting down there, allowing a woman to talk, thinking that she got your attention, the worst thing you could do is allow a woman to even think she got your attention when you go to court. That's the worst thing. Hey, listen, I'm out of here. I will see you guys tonight at 8, all right? It's a date.